All right. Well, hello. Thank you so much for investing your time. We're going to be jumping into what is the Career and Leadership Accelerator, or the CLA. So you are participating here in the info session for the CLA, sponsored by Visions Internships. My name is Amy Mosier-Berry, and I am the CEO and founder of Visions Internships. So let's jump right to it. I thank you guys if you're here with me live. Thank you if you're watching the replay. I'm just going to give you guys a quick summary of what we do for young professionals. We also serve organizations, but we're focusing today on young professionals. So let's go. We offer these few programs. We have something called the Career and Leadership Accelerator, CLA, which will be the main focus of today's info session, okay? We also offer something called the Career and Leadership Conference, which I know a couple people on this call actually attended in person. It was amazing. In June, we have another one set. The date is set already, you guys, for Friday, June 20th of 2025, in person, Central Massachusetts. So keep your eyes and ears out for that. We also provide individual career coaching on a one-on-one customized basis, so you can check that out. I'm really excited to point out the free resources that we've been working so hard on to provide to young professionals. And you can pick up a copy of the 7 steps to get your career on track in your 20s. That's a pretty comprehensive PDF for yourself. There's also something called the Young Professional's Guide to Informational Interviewing and Job Shadowing. I'm going to leave you on the edge of your seat, but that is a wonderful new resource we've developed. We also have a free webinar for young people called How to Achieve Early Career Success. So you can download that webinar. Some of you may know we've been doing this for a little while. I love the Get on the Gus Bus, or Gus Bus for short. It stands for Get Support Before You Submit. And on the 3rd Wednesday of every month, except for January and July, we get together virtually on Zoom, and we basically do a screen share, and you come with your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn, any questions you have, and we want to help and serve you in that way so you can get unstuck live. We can also do a one-on-one career checkup with yours truly, and we do blog for young professionals. If I click on this quickly, you guys can see that there's a whole bunch of basically blogs from over the years that are pertinent specifically to our young people. So thank you for that. And let's get right into the Career and Leadership Accelerator. So this is super exciting. This is in a new format. And we especially serve young people between the ages of 18 and 29 that are looking for the skills and support to succeed. So basically, you'll see this Take This quiz. So again, I'll kind of leave you with that. If you want to check this out, you can go to visionsinternships.com/accelerator. The quiz is basically just to see if the 4-week virtual accelerator is a good fit for you. I really love these young professional avatars. We worked with our young people over the years to develop these 6 avatars. And so we have Sam the student, we have Jerry the graduate, we have Willow the warrior, Eli the entrepreneur, Casey the caretaker, and Charlie the career changer. So you could be in so many different places in your life and in your career, and we are here to serve you wherever you are. Okay, so keep that in mind. You don't just need to be an active college student. You could be in a variety of different places, and we love working with young people in every space. So if you have been feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel like the world is crazy. Like, is anyone really hiring? Like, how can I actually talk to a human being? You know, my future seems so uncertain. I mean, our individual futures seem uncertain. And then look at the state of our country and our world. So there's a lot of uncertainty. It feels like sometimes, especially once you're out of college, like, who do I talk to get ahead with my career? Like, is this all there is? You know, maybe you feel like, oh, I'll figure it out eventually, or maybe I should have figured it out already. Or sometimes you feel like a dog chasing your tail, like you need the experience to get the job, but you need the job to get the experience. And it feels like it's that vicious circle. So we totally get that. We also understand that young people today are looking for purposeful or inspiring work. Young people want to do well for themselves and do good work in the world. And I didn't get that memo until my early 30s. So I have helped to develop programs that help young people figure out how to do well for yourself, professionally, financially, and do good work in the world, helping people, helping planet. So if you ever feel worried about your future, you feel like you're running yourself into the ground with the juggle, right? We get it, and we are here. That's why we really designed the CLA in this way. So if you feel like you could use some support, like a career mentor, especially if you're no longer in college, and even if you're in college, but you're feeling like, you know, I'm not sure who to connect with for a mentor. And I know people on this call, you guys know the importance of mentorship, and specifically what would you learn in the CLA. So don't worry, I'm not going to read all of this, you guys, but it definitely is a unique program. It is designed for young people that are already career motivated. So I'm not here to tell you like get motivated. Like I've learned that doesn't work out very well. You've got to have sort of your own goals and ambitions, but always happy to have a conversation. You will definitely be sharpening your professional skills in this program so that you feel more confident, more clear, and more connected to succeed wherever you end up going. So again, you guys can read more information online, but I want to go through the schedule itself. So this is something I love this idea, especially here in New England. You know, are you ready for positive change this fall, right? Change is the only constant, as they say. We offer the Career and Leadership Accelerator or CLA in the spring and in the fall. So I'm talking now about the upcoming fall 2024 CLA. So let's take a look at that schedule. And I think I'm going to increase the size on this, guys. I don't know if it's just me, but so here is the schedule. You can download this online if you like. So this is a program coming up starting October 21st. That's a Monday through Friday, November 15th. It's offered via Zoom, so you can Zoom in wherever you are. And this is what the program entails. So it's a 4-week virtual career and leadership accelerator offered via Zoom. I am your main instructor, but I bring in a lot of great people to enhance the program. So weeks 1 and 2, let me just go through that first. So we are week 1, you are envisioning your best life. I didn't say your best or only career path. I said envisioning your best life. And we all know that career is very important, although one piece of your life, right? So we're here week 1, envisioning your best life. So we're going to be looking at your big vision for your life. We're looking at values and interests. We're looking really at what is leadership and your leadership flavor and style. What appeals to you, right? We're practicing. We're going to be basically divvying up into leadership roles, and we'll pass the torch on those roles so you get some real experience being in the program itself. We work using a social contract, so everybody in the program is on the same page with the norms and the guidelines, and it's really a peer-led career and leadership accelerator. So I see myself more as a facilitator that's empowering the people in the program to take on leadership and help actually co-run the program. And, you know, we'll do a survey early on to assess career and leadership, where you're at, where you want to be, which is really great. Looking out, like career exploration, career visioning. We do a life wheel exercise. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of that concept. We look at something called your ikigai, which I used to think sounded really funny, like ikigai. But ikigai looks at purpose and passion, right? And I don't want to get into too many details here, but let's keep moving, looking at identifying your skills, your strengths, really understanding in-demand skills. So understanding the employer's perspective on what they're looking for in ideal candidates in this current economy. We're looking at emotional intelligence, and we'll be doing some real world role playing with various scenarios that employers want you to come in with: interpersonal communication and reliability, confidence, problem solving, critical thinking, right? So these are things that we role play during the program. We definitely get right in there and look at job search, specific networking strategies, what works, what doesn't work. We definitely also look at well-being as a key to success, because if you're not well yourself, and if you don't have the space, the physical and mental space to thrive, it can be difficult to succeed. So we look at all of that in week 1. Week number 2 is around productivity and professionalism. So we definitely emphasize self-care and best practices. I'm not going to go into what halt and savers are right now due to time. I want to keep going, but we look at what are some healthy daily practices. How do you start your day? Are you guys, it's very natural to just grab your smartphone, right, and look at those toxic headlines as a way to start your day, but is there a better way to start your day? So we'll look at that and discuss and really take ownership of how you start your day, because days become weeks, become months, become years, and your life, right? And how we do anything is some version of how we do everything. So it's really powerful. We look at how you're not just using your time, but investing your time. So we do something called a time audit challenge. We do goal setting. We do project management basics, which is critical. I myself am a project management professional by training, and really is about how do you set up and run successful projects. And if you can do that in a smaller scale, you can take that as a transferable skill anywhere you go across industry. It's very exciting. So they say they say there's something called time management, but we look at sort of the illusion around time management. We can manage ourselves, our tasks, our energy inside of blocks of time. So that's really powerful as well, which is certainly part of project management. So we also definitely look, because employers are always wanting their candidates to be effective communicators. So what does it mean to be an effective communicator? What are your communication styles, your likes or dislikes? What works for the majority of employers and for you? And one thing I want to say is this here, asking questions is so important. I get so much feedback, whether you're an intern or a young professional starting an early career job. The employers say to me, Amy, why do young people think they have to know everything? We want them to know how to ask great questions. So that's really powerful. We'll be practicing that in the CLA as well. And obviously, we need to market ourselves, right? Especially if you're in transition, looking for an opportunity or looking to get promoted. So the idea of personal branding, utilizing especially LinkedIn, is very important. So we help you get started on creating your own professional portfolio in the program, which includes looking at or creating your resume, cover letter, your LinkedIn profile, how to actually get references and recommendations, and developing work samples to make you that much more of an attractive candidate. Okay. So that is all happening in the first 2 weeks of the program. I'm going to move to weeks 3 and 4. And week number 3, it's this whole idea of doing well and doing good. And that's where I pull out my ampersand. So we are all about empowering and demonstrating how young people can do well for themselves and do good work in the world. One of the things that I've noticed, especially when I was a professor, one of the favorite practices was our students teaching other students something that they're passionate about, something that they love, that will, by extension, inspire their peers. So that's something that I love as part of this program. We'll do a little bit of a mid-program eval and really make sure that you're on track to get what you want and need from the program. We talk about the 5 Ps of sustainability. So some of you may have heard of the triple bottom line: people, planet, profit. We also infuse purpose and passion, and those are distinct, but all related to those 5 Ps. We look at what does it mean to actually create and have a sustainable career. So it could be in actual social or environmental sustainability, but it could also be how do you sustain a career that you love over time, right? And there's inevitably going to be ups and downs, but it is possible to make a difference and make money. It is true. And we look at your relationship with money. We look at a book called The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist and some of her work. And that's a really compelling conversation. And then we move into, I would say that one of our most popular, believe it or not, one of our most popular panels that we do during the program is called the Financial Literacy Panel. And so we tend to have, it's usually 3 financial experts on the panel, and basically it's wide open. They do a mini presentation based on their own career path, but the majority of that panel is to actually take your questions. So if you have questions about how to save, especially when you're feeling already strapped, how do I save, not to mention invest? How do I deal with debt? What is good debt versus bad debt, right? Or just some of the terminology that can feel overwhelming. So we have a great financial literacy panel that happens in November. We talk more about money concepts and goals that are specific to your money planning future. And of course, looking at personal budgeting, right? And I can tell you, if you guys feel like, you're on a more secure footing when it comes to your own personal finances, you feel so much more confident, whether you have a financial role in your next organization where you work or not, you feel more grounded and you can bring those skills to your organization, which is definitely appealing to your future employer. So finally, week 4 is really your time to shine, as I like to say. So we do go over presentation and public speaking tips and practice. Another very popular part of the program is interview prep. So sometimes people don't realize that the main point of interview number 1 is to score interview number 2, right? It's not to talk all about what you want and need or questions about you or when you get your next vacation or your benefits package. You want them wanting you, bringing you back for interview 2, and then you can facilitate that mutually beneficial conversation. So we do a lot of interview prep based on what you need, role playing again, role playing not only interviewing, but workplace scenarios once you get the job. And then this is something I'm super excited about. I know it appears I get excited about a lot. But what I want to say, you guys, this is actually a new kind of format that I'm thrilled is like inside of the program itself. It's called the virtual networking event. And we do this twice a year. And it's designed to be toward the end of the Career and Leadership Accelerator, where we bring in organizational leaders, so prospective employers, people that want to meet and greet with young people, right? And we also invite other young people that may be even outside of the program, that other people are coming in and they're wanting to, learn about perhaps young people in the program directly. And even they want to meet and greet with potential employers. They want to hear what employers are looking for today. We do breakout sessions inside of the Zoom based on different industry insights, right? Based on who's there. And I've decided to make this a free event. So just this is a standalone event. So if you guys maybe you had 2 or 3 ideal employers, like you're wanting to work at a certain organization. Well, you tell me, and I invite them to the virtual networking event, and then everybody wins. Okay. So this is a really exciting addition to the program, the fall virtual networking event that's going to be happening on November 14th, this upcoming. And then we're going to debrief for the people that are in the program, in the CLA. We're going to debrief on the networking event and specific action steps. I don't know if you've heard the expression. I know a couple of the people here have heard me say this before, but one of my favorite sayings is the secret to success is F you. I'm not swearing at you. I'm not here to offend anyone, but it is to follow up. So within 48 business hours on average, when you're following up with people that perhaps you meet at this virtual networking event, I can't promise you what's going to happen, but that is going to be the secret sauce, is to follow up with key people. Very important skill set. And then finally, we wrap up on that Friday, November 15th. We're going to have just mini CLA Career and Leadership Accelerated presentations. This is a great opportunity for you to look back at what you learned and how you grew over the last month. We talk very much about the entrepreneurial mindset. So how can you develop that entrepreneurial mindset where you're an innovative thinker, you're somebody who's moving and shaking, and maybe you're working inside of an organization. And I can certainly speak to that. This idea of intrapreneurship, so being an inside entrepreneur and adding value, adding new insight, developing new concepts, testing new programs, right? That is such a cool skill set to bring to your next employer. And I certainly can speak to that. A lot of the jobs I've had in my day, even as a W-2 employee, have been because of my entrepreneurial mindset and being an intrapreneur inside of an organization to add value. Perhaps a new program, a new offering, or a new partnership they hadn't thought of before. So please talk to me if that's something of interest. I love strategizing on entrepreneurship as well. And then I have this, I would say, great, again, you guys, I think I'm funny, biased, right? Like there's a lot of these mantras or sayings or affirmations that will support your success. In the program, we'll be looking at these so-called mantras, but it's something that is going to be with you for the rest of your life. And it is a physical, takeaway, something that I give to you. We do, a post-program survey so that you can assess and really celebrate how far you've come. And then final takeaways and next steps, making sure that you have a little bit of a career action plan out of the CLA, the Career and Leadership Accelerator. So that is what I mainly wanted to show you guys. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to get out of here for a moment. And if this is something that you're interested in, or if you want more information, we sort of have carved out, hopefully a simple 3-step process. So you want to determine if this is even a good fit for you. So we developed fancy little survey. So this is a new little addition. So you would just want to go through, fill out that survey to see if you feel like it's a good match. Learn more by reading this webpage in more detail. And then I will also, this will be the video actually on the same webpage. So that's the video I'm referring to here. And then you can go ahead and apply to the Career and Leadership Accelerator if we determine it is a good fit mutually. And that's basically how you get started. This is just some, testimonials from some people you guys might recognize, and some frequently asked questions as well about this 4-week training. So I'll just open these. You guys can go back if you want more information. But what is this thing called the CLA? So again, a little bit more detail. How does the program work? I think we talked about that. I should mention that this is a 30-hour part-time training over a month, over a full 4 weeks. And we do meet, this is important because I put a lot of my time and love. I'm going live with you guys who are in this program, okay? So it's not something that's pre-recorded. I've certainly done that before. I don't think it's as effective. And so we are together live on Zoom, and it is basically Mondays and Thursdays, an extended working lunch. So it's between 12 and 2 p.m. We're meeting on Mondays and Thursdays, plus Friday morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I've definitely had conversations with people, if you're interested in being a student in this training, that, oftentimes people are working. I hope you're working, or if not, you're in transition. And I know that you're working on job search, or you're in school full-time, part-time, or some combination. But reach out to me, because I'm all about, helping you free up a little bit of time as an investment to get you farther along where you want to be. So sometimes it involves having conversations with bosses or with professors. And I can tell you guys, having been a professor at the college level for 5 years, if I had a student come to me and say, I'm really excited about this thing, I would love to hear how I could help them achieve their goals. So don't feel like just because you may be working or in school, you can't do the program. The question here, which I sometimes get, can I miss any sessions? Will they be recorded? Yes, they'll always be recorded for the students in the program. Life happens. Make sure that you're in communication if something unexpected happens. What can I expect to get out of the Career and Leadership Accelerator? So this is, really the focus is on clarity about your own values, skills, potential career paths of interest. You get number 2 is confidence. So confidence in yourself. And this comes with the interactive approach to skill building that happens in the program. The role playing, the team building exercises, all of that by nature increase your confidence. And then connections, not only among your peers, right? And you guys, the people that had done my program earlier, the first program we ran back in December of 2020, they're still in touch today. It's so cool to see how they've helped each other move along in their own career path. But not only connections among your peers, the professional guests, we have quite a few professional guests that I bring into the program, and these connections will serve you for the rest of your life, I promise. There is a fee to attend the Career and Leadership Conference, and I keep it under $500 total, which I'll just say I could obviously charge a lot more, but I don't want to. I want to keep it under the $500. It is all live instruction, so that is very valuable, and you can either pay upfront. You can save $50 by paying upfront. So that would be $445 upfront, and that includes everything we talked about. Or you can pay in 2-pay if that helps to spread it out a little bit. So those are the options there. And are there scholarships? So we are working with some business sponsors. Sometimes I'll internally sponsor. We never want, a few $100s to be a barrier between, you and your next big career move. So just talk to me. I am very approachable, and I always say people over profit every time. So let me know what you need. And if you do need to cancel, just know that we're accepting people that are really ready to commit to themselves and their own career and leadership growth. So, it's difficult to work this out if you're only sort of halfway committed, because we're not going to be, hunting after people. So this is something that you want to, know upfront if this is something that you want for yourself. And I can tell you guys, this program used to be 12 weeks long, and it's now an accelerated 4-week program. And this is something, it's going to fly by, I promise you. But if you need to cancel again, get into communication with me. One of my favorite lines, if you know me, is anything is possible in communication. So again, if you guys wanted to see if this is something for you, you would, take the quiz as a first step. You can look again at that fall schedule. And then I'll just round out by saying something about myself as the founder of this company. I would say working with young professionals is probably my favorite thing on the planet to do. So I think that's probably all you need to know about me. Is my level of commitment and dedication to working with young people is very high, and it's really what brings the most joy to me. So I do hope you see something in this, or perhaps someone that you think might be a good fit for CLA. Just connect them with me directly, whether it's a direct email. I'm amy@visionsinternships.com. And you guys do have my phone number there. It's in the FAQs, actually, right here. This is my email and my direct work cell number. You can call me, you can text me, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. You can schedule a call if you want to chat more about it. And I just want to say that, if you yourself are ready to have a career breakthrough for yourself, it's not too late. I know sometimes people think, oh my gosh, it's the fall. Like I might just, after the new year, I'll get it together. But I want you to know it's not too late to make 2024 your best year yet. Why not? Let's give it a go. Let's see what we can create. And I hope to see you guys on the inside. So I think that's where I want to end. I wanted to keep this. Yep, I'm okay on time, but I hope you got something. I'm going to stop my share. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to either be here live with me or consider doing the Career and Leadership Accelerator. Again, we do this both in October and again in April. So keep an eye out for that and just ask, any questions that you have. I'm going to stop the recording now and I'll take some live questions off the recording. So thanks for watching and hope to meet you soon.